Core 1 by Kayla Butterfield, Evan Poole, and Hannah Thompson. Taste and gustatory system. The article we chose came from the textbook. It pertains to the psychological topic of taste and the gustatory system. The article depicts different methods used to discover if children's food choices are determined by their taste preferences, which is overall influenced by behavior.
The empirical article that we selected for our project was cited in the psychology textbook. It's called Sour Taste Preferences of Children Relate to Preference for Novel and Intense Stimuli. The basis of this study was essentially to determine if there was any correlation between taste preferences and behavior or personality. The authors are listed below. There's also a reference. Although we found this article in the textbook, I decided to cite the actual website and journal where I could find all of it for free. So the introduction, I basically summed like the rest of this up. The introduction was that children's food choices are determined by their taste preferences. This kind of makes sense because, like, if you think about it, you're not going to eat something that you don't like the taste of. So that's basically what that's getting at. And their hypothesis, well, they listed 3 hypotheses, but this was their main one that they were testing. Preference for sour taste is secondary to their, which is the children's, desire for adventures, thrills, and excesses. For methods, children were trained in recognizing sweet, sour, salt, and bitter tastes. The children carry out a variety of sensory tests, measured children's weight and height, that was the researchers who did that, determined the pH and cortisol concentrations of children's saliva. So basically, before they were able to conduct their study, like the nitty-gritty parts of their study, if you will, they had to essentially train the children so they would be able to distinguish between certain flavors and things of that nature, so that whenever time came for the studies to actually be conducted, they would know what they were doing. And then, let's see. So they continually measured the children's height and weight to see if there were any changes, or also to kind of relate them in the end, kind of like as a secondary means for measuring. And then they determined the pH and cortisol concentrations of the children's saliva to also give sort of like a tangible representation to see like maybe if there was some sort of correlation between like genetics and their taste preferences, which there usually is, but that's why they were doing that part. And for the results portion, the preference for sour taste is more likely to be related to behavioral determinants. So basically they're saying that their results were consistent with their hypothesis, or it supported their hypothesis. And then the conclusion, children's food choices are determined by their taste preferences, which are influenced by behavioral characteristics. Okay, this is Sour Sweet Gone by me. So I selected an ad of a Sour Patch Kid because I thought that it related to the article we chose, and this is why. For the description part, I noted that the ad shows a mugshot of a lime Sour Patch Kid. The top of the ad reads, "Sometimes sweet doesn't cut it," and the Sour Patch Kid's logo directly follows the headline. The Sour Patch Kid is frowning like he regrets doing whatever he was arrested for, and stands at about 5 feet 8 inches tall. He is holding a placard with the following information: Police Department, number 7046203596. Reason, being sour. Name, Sour Patch Kids. For my analysis, I said this advertisement is correlating sour taste and bad behavior. Sour Patch Kids are known for being sour initially, then sweet. In other ads or commercials that feature this product, the Sour Patch Kids typically engage in deviant behavior and then apologize. Exposing children to ads like these not only appeals to the desire for sour candy, but it might also incentivize them to mimic the deviant actions of the Sour Patch Kids. How could the ad be changed to test my analysis? So I said that the advertisement could feature a side-by-side comparison of a different colored or flavored Sour Patch Kid who is receiving an award and the lime green Sour Patch Kid who is taking a mugshot. So basically this would create a sort of antithesis between the two. Let's see. And then I said that a study could be conducted in which children are asked to choose one Sour Patch Kid over the other and briefly explain the motives behind their choices. So maybe red is their favorite color, they prefer lime flavor, or they might identify with the bad Sour Patch Kid. So basically, I thought that it would be pretty easy to determine like which kids were selecting which Sour Patch Kids for particular reasons. So in other words, if there are kids who are just selecting the lime Sour Patch Kid because they like lime, then that would have to be thrown out. But if there were, some psychological aspects of kids who were choosing based on like the behavior or the physical appearance of the body language that the Sour Patch Kid is emoting, then that would be an indicator of, okay, this kid is likely to be one who engages in deviant behavior and this one isn't, or they're just a goody two-shoes, if you will. So that's what I would do if I had to generate a study based on this advertisement.
Feel the rainbow, taste the rainbow. Hannah Thompson. Description. This advertisement is for Sour Skittles. Skittles is a candy company that makes fruit-flavored chewy candies that come in either sour or original. I first saw this ad on the internet. It popped up as I was online shopping. The ad shows a package of sour Skittles in the middle and words coming out of the top to display a message that reads, "If people's fists were made of sour Skittles, being hit in the mouth would be delicious." The sour Skittles package appears to be in the sky, floating, surrounded by clouds. The ad has the colors of the rainbow forming the words. At the bottom of the ad, more words are coming out of the Sour Skittles package that says, "Feel the rainbow, taste the rainbow." Analysis. This advertisement is connecting an unpleasant feeling to the deliciousness of a sour taste. In other words, something good comes out of something bad. The ad uses a negative action to create a positive response. The article suggests that children in the high sour group were more likely to be sensation seekers, sour taste preferences, and therefore would not mind being punched in the mouth. Getting hit is a sensation no one likes to feel, but this ad convinces consumers by doing so it would be delicious and encourages it only if one prefers a sour taste. It is correlating certain behavior, bad, to sour taste, which supports the results found in the article. How could the ad be changed to test my analysis? This advertisement could be changed by showing the comparison of the behaviors in children who prefer normal Skittles to those who prefer sour. This ad could also be changed to see if the same results would occur with normal Skittles. If a normal Skittles package were to be put in place of the sour package, would getting punched still be delicious? This would help identify the true correlation between sour taste and behavior. If what the ad and article depict, then the original ad would make children want to be punched rather than eating normal Skittles and not feeling that sensation.
I first saw this advertisement at a candy store. It's for a candy called Toxic Waste. The advertisement features a personified mushroom cloud named Mr. Toxiehead with a distressed look on its face and its hands raised. It reads, "We dare you to take the toxic challenge. Toxic Waste, hazardously sour candy. Torment your taste buds." The advertisement includes a chart which relates the number of seconds one can keep the candy in their mouth and how they rate on a scale of total wuss to full Toxiehead. This advertisement uses an emotional appeal to the audience by daring them to determine their rating by seeing how many seconds they can keep the candy in their mouths. Although the candy may be unpleasant in taste, individuals may try the candy just because the advertisement dares them to take on the challenge. As the article suggests, children in the high sour group and the low sour group did not differ in overall sensation-seeking behavior as measured by salivary cortisol. If this is true, there is little correlation between an individual's preference for sour taste and their willingness to engage in sensation-seeking behavior. That means that this advertisement can appeal to a large audience who is willing to engage in sensation-seeking behavior, such as trying an extremely sour candy just to partake in the challenge given by the advertisement. This also suggests that individuals who are persuaded to try the candy may be more inclined to give in to other forms of persuasion, such as peer pressure, and engage in deviant behavior. An alternative form of this advertisement that lacks the persuasive language, "We dare you to take the toxic challenge," and the chart relating the number of seconds one can keep the candy in their mouths to how they rate, could be shown to one group of people, while the original advertisement is shown to another. The advertisement that lacks the persuasive language and chart would likely not convince as many individuals to try the candy as the original advertisement. This also suggests that the original advertisement is more effective in convincing individuals to engage in sensation-seeking behavior.